Okay, in this class, we'll see how to simplify the task of checking the pattern. The Python has a good feature called regular expression. With that, we can check, we can write code to simplify our major work. For that, the first step is to import the required module. The module that is required for regular expression is import RE. This has got good number of functions which can be used to define the expression, regular expression, to pass or input string, to obtain the matched patterns. The second step is to use the compile method, which takes a regular expression as an input, or regular expression can be formed with the string. You can see here, this is an example. Here I consider an example for that standard US phone number, where the first three are the digits, followed by hyphen, next three is a digit, again followed by hyphen, and the last is four-digit number. Sometimes this pattern consists some special characters which has got a special meaning, like in pattern matching, star plus question mark or bracket that has got other meaning. In order to use that star or plus or open bracket, close bracket as a part of the expression, or to hide that other special meaning, we have to treat that as raw string. For that purpose, it is good to use a raw string format. So R, the pattern which is enclosed within single or double quote. After the compilation, this returns the object. That object is called regular expression pattern object. The complete program looks like this. The first step is to import the library. Second step is format regular expression as per the given task. Third is to call this regular expression object by passing the input string. Here in this example, this is my input string. I have to check whether a valid US phone number is there in the string or not. For that, I can use different methods like search method, which will find out the first occurrence of the match. Even if this string has got one more instance of a phone number, it won't search. It returns the first occurrence only. The other is the find, which is almost similar to search. Next is the match and find all. These two are the good one or efficient one to use, which will return all the matching pattern. So that returns a tuple which will be held in a variable, that is matching object. In this case, this 415 hyphen 555 of mine hyphen 4242 is the matching object that can also be displayed by calling the group method match object dot group object on the group method, which returns this match. I'll show you that in Python. This is the code: import array, the compile statement, the search method, and obtaining the final outcome. I'll be selecting this much and running the code. You can see here the output. The match is found. Now I'll be modifying one of the things. Instead of 5, I modify to t. Again, I'll be running. So there is no proper match. It returns none. Use this kind of things. So using regular expression, we can write using this feature. You can write any type of regular expression. We'll see all those things one by one. The other way is that we can use we can call search function on pattern matching object, or we can pass parameters to search function directly. It takes three parameter. In that, the last parameter is optional. First pattern is that first parameter is the pattern, second is the input string, and third is optional. Third is the optional flag. In the previous slide, we have seen one type of syntax where we have called search method on the regular expression object. But in this case, you are passing the pattern itself as the first parameter, second is the string, third is the flag. That is many times. In case of your input, which may consist case insensitive characters. Like if I take one example, the USN format or the PAN number, where or even user ID of that mail, where uppercase or lowercase is not a problem. So to check where it is a valid or not, we can do by putting that ignore case. Otherwise, the uppercase and lowercase characters are entirely different. Now, for USN case, in case of USN, VTUSN, it looks like this: ORSN 21 AU 001. This is the syntax or the format. Digit, two characters, two digit, two characters, 001. Now, you can give this college code or course code in uppercase as well as the lowercase. Suppose you have not given that flag option, uppercase SN or lowercase SN, uppercase AU, lowercase AU are treated as differently, but need not be, because case is not a matter. In such case, you have to give third parameter, that is ignore case. In some cases where this pattern is bigger, which you are giving that in the second line or the third line, or it consisting multiple line. To treat all those lines, multiple lines, we have to use this RE dot multiline option, where the special meaning will indicate the start or end of the line. When you start with correct symbol, which indicates the beginning of the expression on the pattern matching the regular expression, the dollar indicates the end of the expression. We'll see with the example later. And sometime you can also combine these three using plus. You have to ignore the case, or you have to treat multiple lines, or dot. You can add. We can use a combination of these three with the plus symbol. We see with this with example little later. So this is that the combined example. I'm going to display the matching object where I'm passing re.search output to the print function re search takes the pattern and my input. Third flag which are not given. Here is not necessary because I don't have multiplying patterns or the pattern is not consisting any characters. So flag is not required. Another good function which checks all existence, all occurrences of match. It will find out all match, not just the first occurrence. That is find all. The syntax is almost same. RE dot find all, the pattern, string, and the flags. You can again use these three or the combination of these three. It looks like this. The first method where I'm using the pattern, that compile method, which returns the pattern object re dot compile the pattern. Here, this pattern is for the US phone number, 4 digit, sorry, 3 digit hyphen 3 digit hyphen 4 digit format checking. So I formed the regular expression which returns object. On that, I'm going to call find all function. As you can see, the string consisting two phone numbers. In the earlier case, like in find all such case, where it is finding the first occurrence only. But here it checks all the occurrences till the last character. Here returns two matching object in the form of list. This is the first matching object and this is the second matching object. Sometimes your input may consist of groups, like in this phone number. I have to consider this as the first group or this as second group or this as third group. I have to define accordingly in the regular expression. For that, we have to use a special character called parenthesis, which is to form the group. Now, the same example, I have to consider first 3 digit as my first group, second 3 digit as the second group, and the last 4 digit as my fourth group, third group. So for that, bracket is used. So that can be formed like this. So bracket is used to form the group. This first group, bracket, open bracket and close bracket is to form the group. Now, in the input, the way of calling is same. I'm passing this function, but it checks each and every group. The first 3 digit is the first group, second 3 digit, the second group, four characters that is of third group. So this is one tuple. These individual groups become the part of the tuple. Like that, other four numbers. The first group, second group, and the third group. Again, that is a tuple. These two tuples are returned in the form of list. So this is the purpose of that grouping. So we'll see all this in one stretch. The first method we have seen already. We have, we have formed a regular expression to successful compilation returns object. On that you are going to call search method. If match found returns the matching object, otherwise none. I can also call search function by combining all the things, the pattern and the input. Similarly, I can use find all function to find all patterns, all matching object in the input string. Find all. So these are the things that we have discussed till now. Now we'll take one or two examples. Now how to check Aadhaar number. Where in usually the Aadhaar number are separated by hyphen, each of that part consisting four characters. Like If I take this as an example, four characters followed by a four character number followed by four digit number hyphen four digit number hyphen four digit number, almost similar to US phone number, except the length of this is 4. I can define slash d slash d slash d slash d, or I can define the length like this. So all these are 4. It is going to repeat 4 times. That is, this 4 indicates the number, 4 digit number, 4 digit number, 4 digit number. Slash d for digit, 4 is the size. Then rest of the things are same. Now, to validate USN, that is followed by video. As you can see, the first is the digit, only one instance, only one digit. So slash d. Next, two characters allowed, uppercase A to uppercase Z. Here I'm using A to Z because I don't want lowercase characters. So give that in the range A to Z, A to Z. Only two characters are allowed. That is indicated here, size. Next, two digit. Next, two characters. Last, three digit. I can use the bracket also, slash t with size 3, that also I can use. So this is how a pattern regular expression can be formed to validate the USN. Now we'll go for a more example, the PAN validation. The PAN consisting the pattern like this: 5 characters, then 4 digit, then a character. Now we'll form the regular expression. The pattern A to Z 5 times, one digit, a digit 4 times, and last one character. The pattern for returns from where it is obtained. As I'm not using print statement, this is the output. This indicates this match object span from 0 to 10th character. So this is input 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is spreading in this area in the main string. From the 0th character till 10, that match found. The match is this one. Now, when you have formed a group in the regular expression, I can extract or I can inspect each and every group using the functions. The groups functions returns all match. Group 0 also does the same thing. Then each and every groups can be returned using the index. Group of 1 is the first group of 2 is the second group of 3 is the third group, and like that. In that US phone number example, I will be forming now two groups. One is the first part and other is the second part. So you can see the first part is consisting 3 digit and the second part is consisting 3 hyphen 4 digit. Now to return the complete matching object, I can use groups functions or group of 0. Suppose I use group of 1 returns the first part. Group of 2 returns the second part. Like in our other example, I'll be forming a regular expression in the form of groups consisting 3 groups. Each groups consisting 4 characters separated by hyphen. So groups method will return all the match or matching object. Group of 0 returns again everything. Group of 1 the first group of 2 second group of 3 third group. For example, if my input is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my Aadhaar number input. The group function returns everything. Group of 0 also returns everything. Group of 1, as I have formed three groups, group of 1 returns this 1, 2, 3, 4. Group of 2 returns this 1, 2, 3, 4. Group of 3 returns this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, one more example I can take. The floating point number containing two parts, integer part and the fractional part, separated by a dot. We can have any number of digits in the integral part, can have any number of digits in the fractional part. Both of these parts are separated by a dot. So I have to accept that dot. So the one meaning is dot as a character. Now I want that dot as a part of the input. So I have to use slash dot. So slash d plus plus. That means one or occurrences of the digits like that occurs more than one occurrence of the digit. This is how uh, the first group. Suppose I want to process only the integer part, integral part. I can use group of 1. To inspect the floating point, I have to use group of 2. To return complete floating point number, I have to use group of 0. We'll see that in the program. You can see here, I formed three groups in the dollar number. First group consisting 4 digits, second group consisting 4 digits, third group consisting 4 digits. The group returns everything, three groups, everything in the tuple. Group of 0 returns the matching object. Group of 1, the first item. Group of 2, second item. Group of 3, the third item. Now, I will check that floating point program. First group consisting digit, second group is also consisting digit. That plus indicates more than one. At least one should be there. Like nothing if given is not a valid one. So at least one should be there. We see with an example. A given 27.1234185. You can see here. I want only the integer part. I can access it using group of 1. I want only the floating point. I can access it using group of 2. Then I will be changing this to nothing. See what happens. Returns anything or not. Because no matching is found. At least it's expecting one digit before the dot. At least one digit after the decimal point. So it is not matching because we have used plus. Here the meaning of the plus is one or more occurrence. If I give that to star, then this will work. Not necessary to give. That is the meaning. Not necessary to give anything. So star has got one meaning, plus has got other meaning. Like that, there are different special characters. We'll see that in the coming slides. Again, the same US phone number. I formed two groups. This returns the first group, 405 first group, and 5542 to the second group. Group of 0, the complete thing, the group functions, this input, split apart. Group function returns the first item, the first group, second item, the second group. Now, we can also assign all these things. two different variables. I just wanted to know what is the area code, what is the main number. So the group function returns these two in separate form, the first group, the second group in the tuple form. Each of these items I can assign to, each of these items I can assign to variable. So it is like multiple assignment. Groups functions assigns the content of the tuple, the entities of the tuple, item of the tuple to these variable. The first will go to area code, the second will go to the phone number. I can also print only the phone number or the next number. Like looking at one more example, looking at mail ID, I want to know which service providers mail ID is used. Now how to form the regular expression. It's quite easy. Now the when you inspect the mail properly, it separates with the at symbol. The first part is the username, second part is the service provider name. What I have to use? I have to use the group here. The first group is the username part, second group is the service provider part. This username part consisting, if I restrict myself only for the characters, then it is A to Z. Can have any type of characters. We discuss that later. Right now, the simple version A to Z. Any number of characters, at least one character should be there. So A to Z plus. Same way, the provider A to Z plus. At least one character should be there. Now I wanted to know how many of the users that belongs to Gmail, or I want just the provider name. So I can use uh, this concept where I can assign username to this part and provider to this part. So the parenthesis can be used to group. Now I want the parenthesis itself as the part of the string. So now I have to hide this meaning. I have to hide the meaning of this escape character. So that can be given with a small modification. Here I'm going to provide my input with a bracket. Earlier I formed the group. Now it is one of the group as well as the bracket is the part of the string, part of the input. So this is a way. So to hide that meaning, to hide the meaning, that grouping, how to use that bracket itself in the pattern, how to use slash bracket, slash closing bracket. This is the way. If I don't use slash, if I don't use this slash, this is considered as the group. Here I don't want, I want that as a group as well as the part of the string. So I have to hide the meaning of the bracket. This is the way. Okay. So this you have to keep it in mind while forming a regular expression. Like there are different special the what is that escape characters has got meaning. These are all the trademark, the correct symbol, dollar symbol, star, plus, question mark, the brackets, slash, and pipe symbol. Now, the tide mark, we'll see that with examples later. That is to match a particular pattern from the beginning of that line, and dollar matches at the end of the line. Dot matches any single character except new line. New line will not be taken. Any character, like in that USN case, 4SN, that SN case, you can use any character, any number of character. Dot, any character is allowed except new line. So here SN is allowed, T1 is allowed, 1 is allowed because everything you mentioned it as dot. Next, star matches zero or more occurrence of preceding expression. If I put slash D and star, that means even if digit is not given, that is also correct. Even if digit is not given, your input is proper. That is the star. If I put slash d plus, that means it is expecting one digit. So that is matches one or more occurrence of the preceding expression. This is the expression. If I use star, that means zero or more occurrence of this. Plus, if I use, it is one or more occurrence. If I use question mark, it can be zero or one occurrence, but not more than one. So if I use question mark here, slash d question mark, that means no digit is valid, single digit valid, but two digit is not a valid one. That is a question mark. If I put a number within curly bracket that specifies size, then any matches, any single character can be used that can be formed with the square bracket. Then to form the group, the parenthesis can be used. Sometimes I need to check different combinations. Whichever is matching, I should obtain a result. Now, it is not necessary. Example, it is not necessary to write Python in this pattern. It can be like this or it can be like this. So I'm having now two choices. Those two choices are framed or formed with the pipe symbol. Now, regular expression is formed with one of these two choices. Your input may consist this type of Python or this type of Python. Now, how can I use that one? Suppose this is my input. Python is a programming language and Python is a type of snake. Now it starts searching the pattern. Python is matching with this pattern, so returns the answer. In this example, Indian Python is type of snake and Python is also a computer programming language. Now here, lowercase Python is matching this part. So wherever, it won't bother for the second instance. It returns where or when the match is matched in the input, when the pattern is matched in the input. So that is the use of power symbol. Now, suppose that when in a form, an user entered so many details, in such one such detail is consisting the additional skill set or the qualification. For example, user had given the information in the form of text, like I have Java 1, C++, Python, C hash skill set. I'm going to choose that particular applicant based on one or few skill set. I'm not worrying for all the skill set. I'm just looking for whether has got Python knowledge or Java knowledge. Here my input is I have Java 1, C++, Python, C hash skill set. I'm looking for Java skill set or Python skill set. Here the Python skill set is there. So I'll be choosing this particular applicant. If the match is there, it returns true. If true, then I can return the match. It has got the shell script. Otherwise, some other. Now to check or to validate the USN, I'm going to consider only these branches, CS, EC, IS or AD branch. Case sensitive, not case insensitive, case sensitive. Now I'll be redesigning the same thing with the help of groups. Here, when you split this USN, you can see different groups. The first is the region code, second two-digit branch code, next two-digit number, second two characters of the college code, next two digits, the year of admission, next two characters, the branch admitted, last three is the serial number. Now I'm allowing to check only the SN in the second group, only CS or IS or EC or AD in the branch code list. I'll be forming the group. The first group, 4 only. If I put slash t, it takes all the region. But here, if I, as I used 4, it takes only 4. Then SN, strictly SN, 2-digit number, and the branch code like AS or pipe IS or pipe EC or pipe AD. Only these are valid. Then 3-digit number. So check it whether it is valid or not. 4 SN 19 AD and 3-digit number. So this is the matching one. Now I'm going to consider the upper as well as the lowercase USN. I'm not bothering for the branch code, strictly case uppercase or so. So I'll be using this ignore case. So this is also valid because I'm ignoring the case. This is also valid because I ignored. So case is not a matter. For that, you have to use this ignore case. When you are validating mail ID, it will be better to use ignore case. If ignore case is not used, so your user name is should be a case sensitive one. But for password, you should not use ignore case. Then one more exercise to check the phone number of India. In Indian case, in the phone number, it consists either only the 10-digit number or starts with 0 or plus 91. That is in the bracket. That is in the bracket. But it's optional. Giving this plus 91 in the bracket is optional. Now how to form the regular expression. Anyway, we got to know that there are two parts, or you can say two groups. The first group having nothing or 0 or plus 91. Second group, the number. And there are 10-digit number. We'll form the second group first. T of 10. And the first group is optional. Nothing here, 0 here or 91 here. That means 0 or 1 occurrence. The question mark is used. 0 or 1 occurrence. Question mark is used. 0 occurrence. So this will be matched. 1 occurrence. This one or this one. Here again you have got two choices. Either 0 or 91. Either 0 or 91. When you observe this 91, there are 2-digit, a plus symbol, 2-digit plus symbol. The plus is the part of the pattern, so slash plus is used. Then the bracket, part of the string, so slash bracket should be used. So this is the pattern. First part or 0 or nothing. The second is the digit. Check whether string 1 is proper or not. It's proper. If I pass string 1 as this one, again it is proper. If I pass this string, that is also proper. If I remove and pass, it won't give the answer because it is expecting the bracket. Phone number is not okay. You will get if you pass like this plus 91 91 6 4 5 3811. This is invalid because the open bracket is missing. Now we'll go for one more example, that is question mark. The question mark is used to check in the regular expression for 0 instance or 1 instance. 0 or 1 instance. Now I'll form a regular expression. It can be Batman or it can be Batwoman. Here W is optional. If W is not given, it is Batman. If WO is given, it is Batwoman. As you can see, slash bracket is not used. So it is a group. Group 0 or 1 occurrence. This group is consisting 0 or 1 occurrence. I'll be passing this now. The Adventures of Batman. So check each and every character. Bat is there. Zero or more occurrence, nothing is there, so it is past. And last is man, it's also past. Okay. Now, in this example, the adventures of Batwoman. The first is match. W is match because zero or one occurrence. That is true. The last is man. So the pattern is match. Pattern is found. The group will return the matching object. That is Batman or Batwoman. Now, one more example we'll take. In the skill set, I have to check whether the candidate has got JavaScript language or Java language. Anyway, Java is required. Java, that script part is optional. Can be zero or one occurrence. So use plus. I have strong knowledge on Java language. Correct. Because this is zero or more occurrence. Zero occurrence is true. I have JavaScript language knowledge. It's also correct because Java is there, script is there, and other part language is there. So this is valid because this is optional. Script is optional. Now to check whether the URL is consisting the secured site or unsecured site. Any website, any URL consisting HTTP, but S is optional part. S means secured one. How this is my input. How to form that S is optional. HTTP yes optional that input. Is this URL is working? Yes, it is working because HTTP is there matched. Then we are not bothering further, but it can be anything. Suppose I give HTTP yes, it is valid because HTTP is there and yes, zero or one occurrence that is also true. So URL is working. Suppose I give like this HTTP colon is not the proper one because HTTP is not there or even HTTPS is also not there. To check the number plate, whether it is a Kerala number plate or a Karnataka number plate. As you know, this is a format of any number plate K19-4744 KL05-3435. My example. First two characters, either KA or KL as per the question. KA or KL. Next, a space, a space, KA a space, then two digit, then hyphen, then four digit. So the syntax is KA or KL space, two digit hyphen, four digit. So it's valid. Suppose I gave GJ 90 hyphen, it is invalid because this is not KA or KL. Rest of things are same, but here it is fail. Now we'll go for zero or more occurrence. Not mandatory to give. In case of plus, at least one. In case of plus star, not mandatory. We have the habit of writing. When you see something which is too good, we say how to express a feeling. It's too good. But anyway, two was required. Any number of was. It's not a matter. It doesn't make any sense. So is this makes a sense? Yes, because t is there, least two the O's are there, any number of zeros, zero or more occurrence, these are ignored, zero or more occurrence. So it is valid. Suppose I give too good, my input is too good is not proper because T is matching, second O is there, and third O is missing. So it is the invalid one. Plus is for mandatory option, at least one. one or more options. When you are writing good, these are the different possibilities. One or more occurrence. It is too good. This is also correct, but this is wrong. This we are treating this as good one. Why? Because first two are the characters, one or more occurrence, one or more occurrence. So it is true. Then D. In this case, the first occurrence G is there, O is there, one or more occurrence. So this is also correct. This one G is there, O is there, one or more occurrence of O is not there. So this is wrong. Similarly, GD. G is there, O is not there, so this is wrong. Matching specific number of repetitions. As we have seen one number inside the bracket, that is to count that many number of repetitions. But here, starting minimum number of occurrence is occurrence is 2 times, maximum is 5. So we'll for T O 2 to 5 times is allowed, but more than 5 is invalid. Less than 2 is also invalid. And number of O in good also. 2 is okay, 5 is okay. So this example, check T is valid, 0 or sorry, O 2 to 5 occurrence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 occurrence, 2 to 5 occurrence. But this is invalid. Why? Because we have got more than 5 occurrence. Here also more than 5 occurrence. What about this example? T valid, O up to 5 occurrence. O up to 5 occurrence. This is correct. Ends with D. Starts with D, ends with D. O occurrence, space, O 5 occurrence. Suppose I change this to 2, checks only 2 occurrence. More than that is pass. In match also there are two different versions. One is called greedy match, other one is the non-greedy match. In case of greedy match, it will try to match as many as repetitions possible. That means it will find out the longest string possible. It will find out it will reach till the end of the string. In case of non-greedy, it stops whenever the first match found the shortest string possible. So these are different versions. Star, zero or more. You can use question mark plus greedy version plus question mark non-greedy, lazy, non-greedy, lazy. Question mark, option of 0 or 1, the size, then number of specific times of repetitions. As you can see, the question mark is used at the end, which will specify it is a non-greedy match. If you don't put question mark, it is a greedy match. See the example. This is the greedy one because there is no question mark. S should be there. Any number of characters, 0 or more occurrence, ends with O. See here. In case of greedy, it will check till the last occurrences, last possible match, beginning with S, correct. Any number of characters ends with O. Find out where it is ending with O. But the last possible. This is the last possible. So the match is still here. See, if I put question mark, any number of characters, O, question mark is there, any number of characters, question mark is there, starts with yes, ends with O, the first occurrence. This is non-greedy match. It won't bother for the other things. In case of greedy, last possible match, longest possible. In case of non-greedy, shortest possible match, the first occurrence. This is the difference between greedy and non-greedy. One more example. I want to express my feeling, like saying repeated number of times ha. It makes a sense if in SMS or in WhatsApp message, if you give 3 times to 5 times ha, more than that is not good. Now check whether this is proper or not. Ha, 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 ha. There are 5 occurrences. So as per this, it is proper. But if two HA is given, it is invalid because minimum is 3, maximum is 5. This is in case of greedy. Till the last match, 5 occurrences there. Till the last match, 5 occurrence is the last one. In this case, non-greedy, it checks the best possible, the shortest one. Shortest one is 3. It won't bother for all the 5. So when it obtains 3 match, it returns. This is non-greedy version. This is greedy version. We'll take one more example. I'm going to use this angular bracket in the input. This is a part of the string. Angular bracket. Within that, any number of characters dot star and non-greedy version. Non-greedy version. The first best possible thing. Here, this is my input. See, starts and ends with the angle bracket, but question mark is given. The first occurrence of closing bracket, first occurrence of closing bracket is considered. If I remove that question mark, the last occurrence of the closing bracket is considered. So this is non-greedy, this is greedy. The last possible match, the first try of the best possible match till here, and this is still here. There are some shorthand codes like to use a number in the pattern can use slash t. Any numeric digit 0 to 9. If not a digit other than digit slash t. Lowercase w. Any letter, numeric digit or underscore as the part of the string. Other than that, not a letter, not a numeric digit, not an underscore. Yes, space or tab or new line, not a space. Now, in my sentence, I have to check this format: 8 semesters, 64 subjects, 15 labs, 24 IA test as my input. How to try this one? What and all the characters allowed? Slash D is allowed because 8, 64, 15, 24 are the number. Any number. It can be one digit or it can be multiple digit. Spaces. Space here is there, here is there, space is also allowed. W, these characters, any number of characters, are all valid one. So whenever a match is found, it will return all the matches. Now I can also form certain character classes. From the input, I have to restrict myself for certain characters. Now I'll be forming or I'll be extracting only the verbal characters from the input, uppercase or lowercase in this string. So whenever this pattern is matching with one of these one, it returns not a match, not a match, not a match, not a match. O is matching. Like that, A is matching. Like that, I is matching. Like that, I, O is matching. Like that, it is returned. So these are all the vowels in this input string. Not in vowel. Like in this case, Python CS, the not character symbol is used. Not matching to this one. P is not matching. P is not here. Y is not here. T is not here. H is not here. O is here. Don't consider that one. So these N, space, and CS. Rest of the things are ignored. Now, you see the purpose of character in dollar. Just to look certain pattern, whether it starts with certain pattern or ends with certain pattern. Applicant is sending a text. I just wanted to know whether they initiated with a proper push message. Hello all. The paragraph should start with hello, or your body should start with hello. Should start, should begin. So I'm going to check hello whether it is in the beginning place or not. For that, character is used. Hello world. The sentence starts with hello. It is proper one. He said hello. It is not a proper one because hello is not in the beginning place. Hello is there at the end. But this uppercase HELLO should be there in the beginning place because we are given correct symbol. Similarly, dollar can be used to end a certain pattern at the end of the string. I'm looking for B, which is in the beginning. I'm looking for all at the end. Something ends with all. This is a valid pattern because starts with B and ends with all. Ends with all. I'm not bothering for these things. Pattern tone. I can use wildcat character like sentence. I'm not bothering, but it should end with ing. Sleeping, eating, drinking, reading, writing, doing. Ing is there. Ends with ing. I wanted to see the word that ends with ing. Any number of characters, dot star, any number of characters, then ends with ing. Ends with ing. Dollar is there. Ends with ing. Dollar. So dot star for matching everything or anything, any single character except new line is considered. In a application, I wanted to see the field like first name have they filled or not, last name have they filled or not. I'm expecting the first name after this caption, the last name after this caption, any number of things. Now, whether input is proper or not, user had given first name colon Nagaraj. Yes. Last name Hepper. It's also proper because we have given dot star anything, any single character except new line is given. One more option that is dot all. Dot all. Suppose dot star. Dot star. See how that match is checked. Suppose this is my string. Serve the public trust slash n. Protect the innocent slash n. Upload the law. This is my input. Because there is a dot, because there is a dot, it stops here only. It won't consider this part. It won't consider this part because this dot has got different meaning. This dot has got different meaning. Now I want to consider this dot as my input. For that I have to use dot all. Serve the public trust dot. It ignored. Okay, it's part of the string. That is the difference between dot all and without that option, that flag. Now we'll go for the use of another flag called case sensitive. Now I have to check Robocop whether it is there in the text or not. For that I have to see, I have to give all different variations. Robocop, 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 all these variations, variants. If at all any mismatch is there, it won't return the proper answer. I can do that in single step by giving Robocop like this. Robocop, I'm ignoring the case. I can use .I or .ignore. Robocop is part of man, a part machine, all cop. Because Robocop is there, not bothering for the case. Spell R is there, O B O C O P, everything is there. This also perfect. This also perfect because RE dot ignore is there. Now, in many times, your regular expression will go in second line or it will be too long one. How to tell this to the compiler? Sometime at the time of forming, no, we have got idea. Later we will be forgetting the purpose of that. We'll be including the comments. So to ignore that comment, we can use verbose mode like this. Again, that US phone number. Today, okay, after 10 years, if you see no, you'll get confusion. Better to give the comment. Now, what is that? The first part is consisting like this. The explanation. Second part, a separator. Third part, a digit. Next, a separator. Next, four digit. If there, extension. So all these character, all this information given. So I have to treat this as comment. I should ignore it. To tell this to the regular expression, I can use RE purpose. RE purpose. In this case, these things will be ignored. It will consider only this pattern. If this is not given, so it will treat this as the pattern part of the pattern. I can combine all this ignore case, dot all, purpose with a pipe symbol. Till now we have used only one. We can combine like this. Ignore case, pipe, pipe, dot, purpose. With this, I'll be ending pattern matching topic. Thank you.